तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत नः शृण्वन्नो दिवि सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतो गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हिरण्यवर्णां हरिणीं सुवर्णरजतस्रजां चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः तां महावः जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनी यस्यां हिरण्यं विन्देयं गामश्वं पुरुषानहम् अश्वपूर्वां रथमद्यां हस्तिनाद प्रबोधिनीं श्रियं देवीमुपह्वये श्रीर्मा देवीर्जुषताम् कांसोऽस्मितां हिरण्यप्राकारामार्द्रां ज्वलन्तीं तृप्तां तर्पयन्तीं पद्मे स्थितां पद्मवर्णां तामिहोपह्वये श्रियम् चन्द्रां प्रभासां यशसा ज्वलन्तीं श्रियं लोके देवजुष्टामुदारां तां पद्मिनीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये अलक्ष्मीर्मे नश्यतां त्वां वृणे आदित्यवर्णे तपसोऽधिजातो वनस्पतिस्तव वृक्षो बिल्वः तस्य फलानि तपसा नुदन्तु आयान्तरायाश्च बाह्या अलक्ष्मीः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः आदित्यवर्णे वन्मोट्टि आदित्यवर्णे तपसोऽधिजातो वनस्पतिस्तव वृक्षो बिल्वः तस्य फलानि तपसा नुदन्तु आयान्तरायाश्च बाह्या अलक्ष्मीः One more time, Aditya. 3 times. आदित्यवर्णे तपसोऽधिजातो वनस्पतिस्तव वृक्षो बिल्वः तस्य फलानि तपसा नुदन्तु आयान्तरायाश्च बाह्या अलक्ष्मीः आदित्यवर्णे तपसोऽधिजातो वनस्पतिस्तव वृक्षो बिल्वः तस्य फलानि तपसा नुदन्तु आयान्तरायाश्च बाह्या अलक्ष्मीः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः You see the Om Sri Sai Ram. God's grace is so immense. Every time I have this Veda class, every single time, there is no planning on when a mantra should be studied at what time. It happens with Bhagavan's timing and His grace. The mantra falls exactly at the appropriate day and time when it has to be studied. This mantra, to contemplate on this mantra today is actually equivalent to doing Laksha Gayatri Japa. Those who had chanted and listened and learnt this mantra on this particular day, they will have the result of doing 100,000 times of doing Gayatri Japa. Why? I will tell you in a second. Today is the Shravana Purnima. Shravana Purnima is the time when all of those who have the Yajñopavitam Dharana, they are supposed to do Gayatri Japa. What is Gayatri Japa? What is Gayatri? What does Gayatri do? What is the prayer of Gayatri about? What is the prayer of Gayatri about? Intellect. Yes. To do with what? To do what with the intellect? To illumine the intellect. And who illumines the intellect? And what is Gayatri? There are three different divine consciousness that is associated with the Gayatri, Savitri and Saraswati. Gayatri is the mantra that is associated with the divine illumination, the effulgence. That divine effulgence starts with the very first word is Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Tat Saviturvarenyam, that resplendent effulgence, the life-sustaining force. That resplendent effulgence, the life-sustaining force, Tat Saviturvarenyam, the one that is pervading the gross, subtle and the causal. Now, I am condensing each of these words. You have to meditate on these words. That divine resplendent effulgence, the life-sustaining force that is pervading gross, subtle and the causal. Gross means which can only be perceived with senses, perceived by senses. Gross. Subtle is perceived only by the mind and the intellect, which is subtle. Causal, emptiness. There is nothing there. You can't perceive that with mind and intellect. No instruments God has given in the context of the body, the mind and the intellect, BMI, they won't even work there because it is causal, shunya. Then beyond that, there is one thing called Shiva. Listen to this very carefully. Four things: Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, Shunya, Shiva. Sthula is one you can feel, you can touch, you can see, you can smell, you can taste, all of that stuff. Sukshma, you cannot perceive with any senses. You have to be able to connect it only through mind and intellect. Then there is a Shunya. I asked Swami, what is Shunya? One time. Very beautifully explained. He took a white, give me a paper, white paper if you have one. Yeah, just give me that paper. Yeah, just give me that. And give me a pen. And Swami did like this. I asked Swami, help me understand what Shunya is. And then Swami took a white paper like this, and then he put a dot. He asked, what do you see? What do you see? Hello, wake up. Dot. Okay. Anybody seeing anything else? Huh? What we see how everybody said? Dot. But which is the maximum portion of this thing here? White paper. Why are you seeing what is not the maximum, seeing only what is the minimum? So if you imagine this entire consciousness, in this consciousness there are dots suspended. What is more, dots or consciousness? So what are we connecting to most of the time? Dots. That's the point of classmate. So what is suspended in this thing is what is finite. What is infinite is more than that. But most of the time we are focused on what is limited. How do you get to that is unlimited? The abundance of expansion consciousness. For that you require, that is penance. Penance is nothing but that. To be able to see what is infinite and abundant and unlimited, but not only seeing what is finite and limited. Swami proved with that example. That was an eye-opener for me. Now what is even beyond that emptiness is Shiva. Even beyond that emptiness is Shiva. Means you cannot even, there is no, he is Achintya, he is Aprameya, Swaprakasha, Manovacha Mugochara. Incredible, unimaginable, unmeasurable, unable to be comprehended by any tool that is available to any human being or the entire human beings or all the beings, 8,50,000 put together, they cannot even comprehend what Shiva is, period. You have to only experience it, it cannot be expressed. So that divine effulgence, the life-sustaining force, which is pervading the gross, the subtle, the causal, and may that illumine my intellect. This is Gayatri Mantra. This Gayatri Mantra, today is the day when you actually change your safety belt and make sure that you are chanting this Gayatri Mantra. Why this safety belt is important? Why all these rituals are important? What is Gayatri, Gaya, Tam, Trayate, Iti Gayatri. The one on which when you contemplate more and more and more and very intensely, Gaya, Tam, Trayate, Iti Gayatri. That which actually, that current is what is all pervading, and you have to tap into that current, and that current when it is flowing through you, then the light bulb goes on. Otherwise, right, how many times we heard from Swami, current is everywhere. Current is everywhere. But that current which is everywhere, in order to show its presence, what it requires is an instrument. And that instrument, if it is a bulb, it will give light. If it is a fan, it will give wind. If it is a washing machine, it will wash clothes. If it is, I can go on and on and on, right? How many different instruments the current is being used by, and how it is making sure that each of these instruments is working on. Now, I always joke, if you have the instrument and you don't have current, life is miserable. Like in India, you can have the bulb and the fan and the air conditioning, but if there is no power, life is miserable. Right? If you have only current and you don't have a bulb, then also life is miserable. Right? Because current is all pervading, but that all pervading current has no agenda. It is not like saying, okay, come on, I have to shine, come on, I have to give. Is it doing that? No. It has no agenda. Who is using that in the an instrument is using that in order to give light to everything that is around us. In the context of that, what is the instrument being used for? It is using this current to give use to everybody else. That is the purpose of why a human birth is given, to be using this current and to be of usefulness and to be beautiful to everything around us. When that current, Tat Saviturvarenyam, it is not, see, you don't call current male or female, isn't it? Current has no gender. Current is currenter, it is neutral gender. It has no gender associated with it. So that's why it is said, Tat Saviturvarenyam. That divine effulgence, resplendent effulgence. It didn't say whether it is female or male, because God has no gender. Divine consciousness has no gender. Divine energy is genderless. Now why you say Gayatri is mother? Because it is giving creativity. Anytime that substance which is giving creativity, it is referred to with the feminine gender, because man cannot reproduce, it's only the feminine that is reproducing. Right? that which is expanding in consciousness from the limited to the unlimited is the feminine energy, the Shakti. Otherwise, there is the masculine part of the energy is absolutely useless. It is only there, that's all. Keys are given to the Divine Mother. And she takes care of the rest of the stuff. So the context of why this mantra is chanted today is very, very powerful, because this is, first of all, Sunday, Aditya Varne. Okay. Second is, today is the Gayatri Japa. That Gayatri Japa is supposed to illumine the intellect. And what is this illumination of the intellect as? When this intellect is illumined, now I'll tell the literal meaning of this mantra and then come back to that. What literally this mantra means, Aditya Varne, the one who has a radiance of that of sun, tapaso dijato, because of your penance, vanaspatis tava vrikshoda bilvaha. Vanaspati means the Lord of the entire vana, the whole forest. If you take the entire animal kingdom, who is the king of the animal kingdom? Hello? You? Me. Who is the king of animal kingdom?
There is an
Lion. Lion. That I agree. I am the king. No question about that. And the kingdom is right within. So, lion is the king of the forest. Like that, of all the plants in the forest, the most supreme of all the trees in the forest is one tree, and that tree is Bilva Vriksha. Vanaspatihi Bilvaha. Now you have to ask, why, uncle, of all the trees, why Bilva tree is the most important thing? Then what this mantra is saying is, that fruit that is derived from the penance, from that Bilva Vriksha, may that eliminate what is the impurities inside and the impurities outside. That is the meaning of the mantra. Aditya Varne tapaso dhijato vanaspatihi stava vrikshodha bilvaha tasya phalani tapasanudantu mayantarayascha bahya alakshmi. Please close that door. Please ask them to close that door. So let's chant the mantra one more time. Aditya Varne tapaso dhijato vanaspatistava vrikshodha bilvaha tasya phalani tapasanudantu mayantarayascha bahya alakshmi. Now you're saying, what is this Lakshmi to do with this Bilva Vriksha? I thought Bilva Vriksha is something to do with which god? Shiva. Now suddenly why this Lakshmi is brought into this Bilva Vriksha context? So mythologically, the penance that Mahalakshmi did was under the Bilva Vriksha. Mahalakshmi did penance under Bilva Vriksha. Why she did penance under Bilva Vriksha? There are all different kinds of stories which you can find on Google. So that is homework. But to put it in context, even Mahalakshmi, one time, one Purana describes, was very, she wanted to have Rasalila along with all the Gopikas with Krishna. And today is the day, Shravana Purnima, when Krishna plays the flute and does Rasalila with all the Gopikas. Now this context of this Shravana Purnima, then she was told by Narada, Amma, I am very sorry, you are not qualified to be participating in Rasalila. Even with her own consort Krishna, she was not eligible to be participating. Then she said, why I cannot be? Because you don't have that much austerity and purity as Gopikas have. And therefore they are only eligible to play with God, nobody else. Now, you see, this is so phenomenal. Then the mother said, oh really, I have to go do penance And so she went and sat under the Bilva Vriksha and she did penance. When she was doing the penance under the Bilva Vriksha, the entire tree started growing, and Radha comes and says, because of your penance, all the entire beings will be gotten rid of their impurities within and without, inside and outside. That is the mythological context of this mantra. Now you are all wondering, if Lakshmi does penance, how do I get benefited? Hello, right? But there is a meaning of the mantra which is applicable to every one of us. Not the mythological stories are very beautiful. What is the meaning of that mythological story saying is, God plays with the purest of the purest, and even if you are very close to Him in any organization and hold powers and positions, He won't play with you. He plays with only pure devotees. Devotees that are as pure as the Gopikas, that have unconditionally surrendered themselves. That's why the previous mantra is Saranamaham Prapajye. Right? Once you surrender, then through that surrender to the Divine One, to the Divine Consciousness, that surrender is now giving this ability to be playful with God. Somebody, you raised your hand for a question?
Yeah, when we are talking about the Shiva, you said like it is beyond. So when we are doing the Namakam, we were like describing Shiva to every, like the physical objects that we see. So, and we said it is positive energy. So now we are saying it's even beyond, like anything beyond that.
Yes, Shivayacha, Shivatarayacha. Shivayacha, Shivatarayacha. Shivayacha means divine energy that is manifested. Shiva, Tarayacha. Shiva is mother, Shiva is father. Shiva is kinetic energy. Shiva is potential energy. What is manifested is not even 1/4. Where did we study that? Purusha Suktam. Tripad urdhavdaik purushaha padosyeha bhavat punah. Only 1/4 is manifested. Not even 1/4. But there is a lot more that is unmanifest. So in the context of this, how much is manifest out of unmanifest? How much is manifest? A dot. But how are we seeing? We are seeing only little bit that is manifest. But you have to see a lot that is unmanifest. That which is unmanifest is Shivatarayacha. Shivayacha. Shivatarayacha. Now you are wondering, what is this Veda class? I am totally lost. I am totally confused. I thought I could learn a few mantras and just go to the temple and chant and let my children chant, and how beautiful. Now this is what we are discussing is Vedanta. What is beyond just the mantra. This is the point of why Bhagavan emphasized why Vedas should be learned and practiced by every human being. Now what are we talking about? Are we talking about any religion? Are we talking about any context of that? This Aditya Varne Tapasodhijato. When you have the penance, when you have the purity and the penance and the perseverance, the penance is to be able to go beyond the mind and the intellect and to be able to connect to that divine consciousness. Tapaso adhijato, you are expanding in consciousness. You are expanding in consciousness. When Bhagavan said, my life is my message, and what is his life? Expansion is my life. My life is my message, expansion is my life. Our life is not about being this limited guy that is in the cocoon, thinking about yourself and your little children, and beyond that your parents, and beyond. I'm not saying you should ignore them. So this is very important. Yeah? This is a very important point. You have to be not only connected with them, but you have to be able to go beyond that. For if there is no light, you cannot see. But when it is completely dark and you have a light that is shining in the room, you will be able to see the objects in that room. When the moon is fully radiant and shining like in today on a Paurnima, when you walk out, you are able to see things, but you are able to see things not that clearly. But when the sun is shining and it is completely radiant, there is no confusion about what you are seeing because it is so clear. If you don't even have awareness of yourself, you are in dark. If you have awareness of yourself and your little cocoon, myself and my immediate family, then you are like a small 10-watt bulb that is shining in a room because you are not able to see beyond that room. When you are able to expand your consciousness a little bit to the community, then you are like moonlight. When you are loving and serving everybody unconditionally, you are sunlight. Everything is clear. My life is my message. And what is my life? Expansion is my life. Tapaso adhijato. When you are radiant like the sun, Aditya Varne, Tapaso adhijato, expansion is your life. Then you will become the king of all the forest. Vanaspatihi. Tava vruksho adhabilvaha. Not just a tree that is magnanimous and huge and big. That is not the king of all the trees in the forest. In fact, what is the most mightiest animal in the forest? Mightiest. Very big. What is it? Okay, I'm giving clues also. What is it?
What is the biggest?
Yeah, elephant. So, is that the mightiest? It is the big one. But is that it's very powerful, more powerful than lion. But it is not the king of the forest. Why lion is the king of the forest?
He can take down any predator.
No, but any animal can do that. Lot of animals that can do that. Why is the lion the king of all the animals in the forest, even though it is not the strongest?
Mightiest?
All the adults are answering. Because it has no fear. Where is the elephant's fear? You said elephant has fear. There is a fear of the elephant somewhere in the body. And that is right here. There is a muscle right in the back of the elephant's head. So the mammut, the guy that is sitting on it, he just takes a gourd and he is pushing on that. When he pushes on that, it experiences so much of head pain that it surrenders to the mammut. Because it's fearful. Somebody has caught its head, it will think, like migraine. When you get a migraine, that's how you feel. Somebody caught your head and they are squeezing it. That's how you experience that. But the moment lion is the only animal in the entire animal kingdom, it has no fear. That's why he is the king of the forest. Why? Fear when I am here. Now a lot of people are looking at this one also and they are thinking, oh Baba, when Baba is there is no fear. But when you don't know who Baba is, even then that mantra is very beautiful. That mantra, I call it a mantra. Why fear when who is here? I am here. Who is I am? I am here. I am is a consciousness. I am is the presence. Diana, no need for Eckhart Tolle. Okay? Don't worry about Eckhart Tolle and all this. Eckhart Tolle is a great guy. But Eckhart Tolle shouldn't be talking in your head. I am should be talking in your head. You have to connect to who you are. Nobody can help. When you connect to who I am, then there is no fear. When you know who you are, When I am is here, then there is no fear. That is the meaning of that mantra. Aditya Varne, Tapasodhijato, Vanaspatihi, Vruksho Adha Bilvaha. Vanaspatihi. Why is now the Bilva tree the greatest of all the trees? Right? Isn't it? That's the most important question. Why the Bilva tree is the most important is a very interesting thing. Vanaspatihi. Bilva tree apparently is the only tree that gives fruits without flowers. Now that doesn't make any sense. You have to go study it, but it is not that it doesn't give flowers. The flowers of the Bilva tree are so inconspicuous, it appears that it gives flowers, fruits without flowers. But mythologically, there are certain trees and certain plants that are very auspicious for worship. Just like the betel leaves. Why do you give betel leaves to God? Pan parag, masala, for that. There is a significance of why betel leaves are offered. There is a significance of why Bilva is offered. Bilva is a very incredible plant that it has lot of medicinal uses. The Bilva juice is supposed to reduce the blood cholesterol, the blood sugar. It has antimicrobial properties. The compound that is extracted from it is called aegilin, Aegiline. This aegilin is a compound, if you do Google you will find all the information. It's a particular compound that has been shown to have antimicrobial properties. It is supposed to reduce blood cholesterol, blood sugar, all these. Bahya Alakshmi, it will cure. Any diseases associated with Bahya, with the body, it is supposed to cure. Now, don't know what people do, human beings? They are the most useless animals on this face of the earth. I will tell you why. Now they read that this plant is used for Ayurvedic uses and it is a medicinal plant that is described. Then what people do, they will extract this particular compound, they will put it in pills and they will sell it to other people at 100 times more cost as just taking the plant and extracting it, right? This is human, because everything, even God, is marketed by man. The only purpose of why God exists is to market, including Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. People want to market him, not for the sake of loving him, for purity and for the sake of following his message. God is used for marketing. Everything is used for marketing. Lingas are used for marketing, for selling for more price. Mantras are for marketing. Even medicinal plants are for marketing. It is so sickening, finally. Then what they do, when they extract this compound and they put it in a pill and they give it to a whole bunch of people as supplements, it will have side effects. Because you are not supposed to eat this plant as you wish. There is a certain particular protocol you have to follow, dietary protocol. You have to follow certain, conditions. But what do? There is no reason and season for taking tablets or supplements, right? We pop every time, every supplement that we want, including vitamins. And what do they do? When you pop these vitamins in such mega doses, even they will have side effects. Let me assure you, this is stupid. People, I'm going a little bit diversion because these kids have to listen to this. Don't think that everything that is sold out there as marketing is the greatest thing, including organic food. When it is overdone, everything is a problem. If you really see how organic food is grown, you will not even touch it with a 10-foot pole. That bad it is. And it is not even sustainable for the Mother Earth. It is not even sustainable. How much water is used, how much all the other kinds of stuff is used is sickening. Same thing with these supplements. I was actually doing some research on this and I was trying to find out this compound, aegilin, when it is extracted and it is given to human beings, it causes liver side effects. Because you are not supposed to take it, you have to follow certain regimen and protocol. And how these medicinal plants are used in Ayurveda, when you go to an Ayurvedic doctor, he first puts you on a dietary regimen before he is giving the Ayurvedic medicine. He is studying how your mind behaves, your body behaves, and all of that. Then only he gives a particular Ayurvedic medicine. Today, who has the patience for all of that? Therefore, the allopathy has come into picture, which is everything has to be instantaneous, and we have to be curing the symptom, but not the system. Ayurveda is supposed to deal with the system, not with the symptom. How many times we are doing with the symptom? The symptom is cholesterol, symptom is glucose, symptom is blood pressure, symptom is something. But what is the system? You are not addressing that. You are only addressing the symptom. When you address the symptom and you forget the system, when you overtly look at the system is messed up. I'll come back to Vanaspatistava Vriksho, the Bilva. Now you are thinking, what happened to spirituality? Suddenly uncle started giving nutrition lecture here. So, but it is very important, because every one of the context of these medicinal plants is very different. It is not suited for modern world, where people don't have even patience. It is for people who had patience and a way of living that was systematic, isn't it? Yes? Now, when you don't have that systematic living, even yoga became marketing. All these yogas, they pump your system with lot of sweat, and you are doing all of this kind. Is that really yoga? It is roga. It is disease. It is not yoga. Yoga is to connect with yourself. But yoga has become an aerobic exercise phenomenon for marketing. And everything, medicinal plants have become marketing. And the context of, now come back to this mantra, Aditya Varne, Tapaso Adhijato, Vanaspati Histava Vriksho Adhabilvaha. When you are in the penance mode, what is penance? Penance, in my little perceptual way I described it, expansion consciousness is penance. Limited consciousness is not penance. Tapas is to be able to connect to that which is unlimited, abundant. That is tapas. Then when you are connecting to that, then what happened? You have become very radiant and effulgent. How you became radiant and effulgent? How you became radiant and effulgent is what is covering your divine effulgence in your body consciousness, in your mind, and now the intellect is completely illumined. You are beyond even the body, mind and the intellect phenomenon. Then you are completely radiant. Then you are efficacious to the whole system. Bilva Vriksha. Again, let's go to the spiritual aspect of Bilva Vriksha. Bilva Vriksha is the only one that, if you hold one Bilva Dalam and you wholeheartedly chant Om Namah Shivaya, Shiva has to manifest in front. No question about that. Tridalam Trigunakaram Trinetrancha Triyayusham Trijanma Papa Samharam Yeka Bilvam Sivarpanam. The three dalas, the trifoliate nature of the leaf, represents Tridalam. Dala means leaf. Three trifoliate, right? You understand the word trifoliate? If you study the center one, and there are two side, trifoliate, Tridalam. Trigunakaram, Trinetrancha. Everybody says Triyayudham. Triyayudham is wrong. Triyayusham. Because people, again, their mistakes in printing, they will just pick up the mistakes and they will be chanting like that only. That Lingashtakam also, they will be chanting Phani Pativeshtita Shobhita Lingam, they will be singing like that. Phani Pativeshtita is incorrect. Phani Pariveshtita. Pariveshtita means circumference. So the linga, that is the circumference of the linga, is a phani, which is the snake. Phani pariveshtita shobhita linga. Like that, people are also singing Trinetrancha Triyayudham. They want more weapons. Ayudha means weapon. They want more weapons. No, not more weapons. Triyayusham. Trijanma papa samharam. Eka bilvam shivarpanam. This Bilvadala has so much of purity in that. It is such a phenomenal. Have you seen Bilva trees? It's interesting. I was thinking of getting a Bilva tree for Sacramento. And one girl calls and says, Uncle, we have a Bilva thing from Florida. We want to send it to you. Next day, I was actually chanting this mantra. And I was thinking, my God, Bilva tree should be there to worship Panchamukeshwara. Within 2 hours, I get an email. My uncle has a farm in Florida, and I want to get a Bilva tree for you. Can you please contact him? So and so number. Who is listening to this? He said, okay, done. You get a thought. He is already paying attention to it, because that thought is not for yourself. That thought is not, when the thought is not for yourself, believe me, this is the beauty of expansion is my life. When you live for others and not for yourself, He is doing the rest of the stuff for you. There is no question about that. Aditya varne tapasodhijato vanaspatihi tava vruksho adhabilvaha tasya phalani tapasanudantu Mayantarayascha bahya alakshmi. I'll explain the meaning of the next line. Let's chant one more time, because you're all going into penance. So, tasya, Aditya varne tapasodhijato vanaspatistava vrikshodha bilvaha tasya Tapasanudantu Mayantarayascha bahya alakshmi. 2 ways to interpret the mantra again. Tasya phalani means the fruit of the bilva tree. But the fruit of the penance is what the mantra is referring to. Tasya phalani tapasanudantu. The fruit of the penance eliminates, means because of the penance. What is the efficacy of the penance? The efficacy of the penance, tasya phalani, that udantu eliminates maya antarayascha bahya alakshmi. The maya that is covering your inside, the impurity that is covering outside. 2 different types of impurity. The impurity that is covering the inside. What is covering the inside? Maya. How is the Maya covering the inside? Now, who is Maya? What is Maya? What is Maya? People translate that as delusion. They take these words which they can't find in English, and they find some word that is closest to, and they apply it to that. Maya doesn't mind delusion. You should read Swami Vivekananda's Jnana Yoga, in which he describes what Maya is. Very phenomenal. What Maya everybody translates is delusion. Are you delusion? Am I delusion? Is every one of us delusions? Delusion means what? Something that is not real. Are you delusion? Swami was asked very beautifully by Burgula Ramakrishna Rao. When he was the governor of Kerala, Bhagavan went to Trivandrum, and when he was standing at the seashore, Swami was asked, Swami, is Srushti anta Maya antar gada? That's what the question he asked. Swami, the Srushti is all Maya, no? That's what he asked Swami. Swami said, to think that this creation is Maya is Maya. Creation is not Maya. How can creation be? When God is saying, I am the indweller of every being that is inside everything, all the beings, is every being Maya? Right? Mamayavamsho jivaloke jivabhuta sanatanaha. When God is saying, I am the spark of divinity that is inside every one of you, then how can we all be Maya? What is Maya is to think just that you are the body and the mind is Maya. Right? Because those two are the hindrances that are covering your inside. You understand? Hello? Now connect to what I am saying. Is it too philosophical? Are you getting bored? Is it too heavy? What is Maya Antarayascha? Is the inside is covered by just this layers, sheaths of two things called I am the body, I am the mind. You cannot be the instrument. You are not just the instrument. That is the point of it. When you discover, then you will really actually discover that what these two covers, Maya Antarayascha, there is a cover that is causing. Maya is the cover. Maya is not delusion. Delusion means mentally imagining something that is unreal as real. That is not just mental imagination. You are just to think that you are just the body. You are just the mind. That is Maya. Because those are just instruments. Body is your instrument. Mind is your instrument. Intellect is your instrument. And who are you? Hello. Who are you? Who am I? I am? I. I am I. This is the supreme mantra that Bhagavan has actually expounded upon so beautifully. I am I. I am not. Who is this? People stop. I am. I am I. This was an 8-hour satsang in Croatia. So I can't spend 8 hours on this topic. Just this I am I was 8 hours of satsang in Zagreb. I am I, very simply put, the two I's have what in the center? Am. What is am? Being. That's it. When this being we are talking about, this I is the supreme I, the current. This little I is the intellect. I, the current I, the intellect. Between the two is the am. When this intellect is not in am, completely reflecting this I, this intellect is in Maya. Because it is carried away by something else. Am is a being, it is action, it is dharma, it is action. When this action of this little intellect, the I, does not reflect the big I, then it is Maya. This is very simple. This is very simple. Okay. Why are you not connecting to that?
My head connects, but...
No, you are connecting with the head again. Yeah.
Still having trouble to...
What are you trying to analyze?
No, uncle, I'm confused.
No, tell me what you are confused about. That's what I'm trying to understand.
So I see there's two I's. My first thought is this I with ego is what I'm connecting to.
Yes.
Which is the wrong connection. I understand that, I think.
You can interpolate this I to that I. Doesn't matter. Okay. Then don't go in sequence of what I'm saying. There are two I's. Bottom line, there are only two I's. Right? Two I's. There are only two I's. Nothing else. Your individual I and the I that you know is beyond what you just think you as I. Right? Every one of the persons has this beautiful, phenomenal moment in their life. They understand, oh my God, I am bigger than what I thought I was. Which one of us here don't have that experience? Every one of them, every one of the beings has that experience. So, you know that you are not just this I that you are referring to as. When you are experiencing something bigger, the problem is you are not sustainably connecting to that.
So all the sparks of experience that we
Yes.
have is...
Yes. There are split moments of experience and it is not sustainable. You experience, it drops, and you want to keep going back and trying to repeat that, and you know that repeat stuff is not a strategy. What are you trying to repeat? You're trying to repeat what you did some time ago. For example, if you sang, all of us sang together at a global Akhand Bhajan, and we had a phenomenal experience of doing that. What we want to do, trying to repeat the same thing, and it doesn't happen. You cannot try to repeat something if it is so simple as repeating it. What you have to do in order to sustain this experience, this am is very important. That's what I'm trying to
So
connect.
once we make the connection, what is it that makes us lose that connection? Why is it that we come out of it? Why is it not sustainable?
When you experience that, the way you experienced it was beyond your mind and intellect of experience. You just went beyond that limitations and you experienced something. Now what you want to do is to bring that experience back in the limits of your mind and intellect. That's where you fail. You understand? It is not a strategy.
So just experience it and move on. Don't...
Yeah, I mean, what is important is the experience, but not the expression.
I mean, to me, I think the experience is an infinite thing. Trying to confine it within boundaries is impossible, is what I get out of it.
Exactly. Exactly. Somebody, yes, Auntie.
About Maya, I don't know if you had said this, but it's stuck in my head, that if you take a light and you put a colander on it, then the light shines on the ceiling as little dots, so the colander is a Maya.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. I read it somewhere. It's very beautiful. You take a light and you put that thing with different holes and different patterns. You see all of that stuff. Then what are you thinking? Oh, you're watching all of that and it is so beautiful, right? But you totally forgot what is causing all of that, right? To get carried away with that, but at the same time, if this is not shining, there is nothing else that is happening. Like Bhagavan did. What are we watching? When he's doing this, what are we watching? Yeah, we are watching his hand, and he says, what is in here? Nothing.
So don't we sometimes enjoy Maya then? I mean, that light example, right? It looks beautiful, I enjoy it.
Yes.
I just look at the candle, okay, but
But
when
it's
I look
separate.
at...
All the dots are separate. If you remove the colander, the light is one. That's the point.
Right, but I did enjoy seeing that nice pattern.
Yes, nobody said you should not enjoy creation.
But creation is not Maya, right? So in this example...
Yeah. What is Maya is the... So, Maya...
So Maya is a thought that is the real, which in reality it is not.
It's not even delusion. What is Maya is this cover. You are thinking about reflection is Maya. That is incorrect way of thinking. What is Maya is this actual cover that is causing all of this stuff. When it is not that it is Maya is such a bad thing that I want. This is the other thing that people are trying to connect to and say Maya is such a lousy thing. I want to get rid of Maya. There is nothing called get rid of Maya. If you got rid of Maya, you will be not existing. Okay, it is a very important instrument in the shield that this light is using in order to give this beautiful diversity. But the point of this diversity that is created, okay, unity in diversity, what is responsible for diversity is this unity. The point is to go back to this unity. It doesn't mean that what you are experiencing as creation, that is not Maya.
Yeah.
Okay, that is actually manifest, and you are enjoying it, experiencing it. Creation is something you are enjoying and experiencing it. And the context of that cover that created all this beautiful panorama, right? When you actually go back and remove that cover, then what happened? What is there? Only light. Nothing else. Mayantarayascha bahya alakshmi. When you keep chasing this reflection, then that reflection is something that is temporary manifest outside. What is inside is, what is covering that inside is this Maya. Through your penance, how are you going to expand in consciousness? The expansion of consciousness happens because of us. Tapasa nudantu Maya antarayascha bahya alakshmi. That is the, let's close with Om and Three Shantis. I wanted to actually share about Gayatri Mantra today. Whatever time you have today, sit and do Gayatri. Very, very important day for connecting to Gayatri today. And this mantra, which is Aditya Varne Tapasodijato, what the intellect does is, the intellect is the one that is now saying, hey, there is only one light, and this light is going through this filter, and now it's going through all these different reflection, refraction, diffraction, all the phenomenon of the light is happening through that. So the illumination of the intellect happens, the expansion of the consciousness is a very important component. Intellect plays a role in. And next week we'll have the class. Oh, next week we have the class? Yes? Yeah. And all through except 24th we'll have the class the rest of the month. Okay? Sairam. Let's close with Om and Three Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.